we are made for battle. Though once we were mere mortals, we were taken to the heavens and reforged by Sigmar, imbued with a portion of the glory of the gods themselves. Hard he crafted us, tempering every warrior with the raw energies of the storm, and upon the anvil of apotheosis we are remade with superhuman strength and courage beyond the ken of our mortal past. We are the Stormcast Eternals.
We watched from the shadows as the false prophet stole our victories in her name, their venomed tongue turning the words of Khaine into lies, which are like nectar to the ears of her fanatics. Maratha Khaine, the goddess, we despise her as much as we despise the Slaanesh. Now is our time to follow Helebron and step from the shadows to show the mortal realms the real path of Khaine.
Greetings! Welcome to another Saga of Dice Battle Report. Today we got a banger for you. We've got Stormcast Eternals fighting the Daughters of Khaine, and the Stormcast brought all dragons, and the Daughters of Khaine brought all mascara. So it's going to be messy either way we look at it. On top of that, we've got a new Patreon going for Saga of Dice, so please, if you can check that out below, every little bit helps the channel. Otherwise, if you don't want us to help out with a Patreon, you can always subscribe for the YouTube gods, hit the screaming bell for notifications, and
everything else for the glory of Khaine. Comment.
That's right.
Comment for the glory of Khaine.
We'll take a look over at our deployment, and we'll get right back to it in just a moment.
So here we are. We're going to be playing another game from the Warcoda. The link is going to be in the description, so if you want to go there and try out some of their scenarios, go for it. They're actually pretty cool. So we're doing a version of Battle for the Pass, where there's 4 objectives, and the one in your own territory is worth 1 for you. One of the ones in the side territory are worth 2, but you can only claim 1 of them. And then the bottom one, if you claim your opponent's objective, is worth 4. And yeah, and it's a long ways deployment. Yeah, we'll come back with the lists and then we can roll, see who's gone first by then. Excellent. So I am using Daughters of Khaine with no Marathi, because I believe in Helebron. I am Hagnar, so I get the 5-up bubble, feel no pain, but not against mortal wounds. I'm doing Pillars of Belief, so basically he has to kill all my priests, which is the Cauldron, which is a Slaughter Queen, and 2 Hag Queens. So my general is the Bloodwreck Shrine. She's got the Voted Disciplines, which is the bubble. She's got the Yulfararwala. It's the Daughter of Khaine magic item no one knows how to pronounce. And basically gives her +1 damage to one of the weapons, so it's to the Stabby Spear. And her spell is Mirror Dance, which is the one that lets me teleport heroes. I then have a Slaughter Queen and Cauldron of Blood, a Hag Queen, and a Hag Queen. I've taken for my Warlord, additional prayers, so all my guys have 2 prayers. So I've got Crimson Rejuvenation and Curse, Heal and Sacrament of Blood, and Blessing of Khaine and Crimson Rejuvenation. And then have 10 Bow Snakes, 10 Combat Snakes, 10 Witch Elves, which does my battle line. And then, yes, I know, these guys are in a complete line, base to base. Unfortunately, magnets and shiny surfaces means they push apart. So I'm moving first, so they won't be there for long anyway. And then I've got 2 units of 9 Shadow Stalkers and 2 Avatars of Khaine. And the Heart of Fury. So I'm 19 at 5 points, which I believe gives you the triumph. For battalions, I have 3. So I have Warlord, Hunters of the Heartland, and Line Breakers. So useful stuff for you is the Hunters of the Heartland, which are both units of Snakes and the Witch Elves. I think, yeah. That's it. And now we will come back in a minute with the Flight of Dragons. And then he's giving me turn 1, so I'll be doing my movement.
And here we have our Knights of the Dragon Drakesworn Templars today. So I've got 3 units of Dragon Riders that are going to make up my core for the army. They're all in a battle regiment along with 1 of the Knights Draconis. And I have another Knights Draconis hanging out up in the heavens who is going to bomb onto board later on with the Scions of the Storm. For my general, I've got my Knight Draconis. He's going to have the Mirror Shield, which denies shooting within a certain range. He also has the Envoy of the Heavens command trait, and that is it on him. I've also got the Knight Draconis in the heavens with the Thunderous Presence mount trait. So she will be able to avoid that when she arrives on the board. Otherwise, I've got a unit of 4 red dragon Drakesworn Templars. They have lances equipped. And then I've got a unit of blue dragon Drakesworn Templars, and those guys, Storm Great Guard. The Storm Great Guard are the small ones. The Drakesworn Templars are the really big ones. And man, if I had an army of those, this would be a very, very short game indeed. But nonetheless, the other two, the greens and the blues, are equipped with just their regular blades. And that is the whole army. So this comes out to 1960, which gives me the Triumph, which is bloodthirsty, which will let me re-roll a very important charge roll, which I'm sure will come up at some point during the course of this game.
So something we're going to note just as we start is we're actually playing with the new rule set Games Workshop just dropped today. So basically it's the Hunters and the Primes. So in my army, my Bloodstalker bow snakes are worth an additional 2 victory points if killed by any non-priority target, because they're boosted by 1. So for him, all his stuff is priority target apart from the heroes. If the unit is boosted twice, they're worth 2 because they've been reinforced once. So if these bow snakes had actually been reinforced again to 15 models, they're worth 3 points. Also, something some people may have missed is with the priority targets, if you kill a priority target with a priority target, it's no extra points. So if my bow snakes kill a unit of dragons, for instance, I don't get any bonus points for that. So it's kind of a way of like balancing. So if I do want to kill those nice priority targets, I need to soften them up with my priority targets, and then my other stuff can come in.
Nice.
Unless you get, then everything's prime and we don't care.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So for my battle tactic, I'm going to do Ferocious Advance. So I'm going to do the 2 Hag Queens and the unit of combat snakes. And then I'm going to go for a additional CP. I'm probably going to put from just my general, which I don't get.
I will also go for a spare command point on my Knight Draconis on the field. I don't get that either.
None of us are command useful. Yay!
No. Yay.
All too busy looking at the other stuff going, oh, she.
What do we do about that stuff?
I said she, not a swear word. She is good. Okay, so we will come back. Oh, no, we can do the hero's phase because I only have 1 spell because I have 1 caster. So I'm just going to go for a Mystic Shield. And I'm going to do that on my unit of combat snakes.
Fine choice.
Which goes off on an 8.
I'm way too far away to deny, even if I had something that could deny.
So they're Mystic Shielded.
Enjoy.
And then I think that's all. I don't have any command abilities I can do.
Prayers?
Oh yeah, prayers. That's a good point. Well, good remembering that.
Lots of prayers.
Yes, I have all the prayers. So first of all, my Hag Queen here is going to try and do the Heart of Fury, which goes off on a 2. So all my prayers go off on a 2 because of the avatars give +1. I'll put that down in a minute because it's within range. I'm going to try and do Sacrament of Blood to wake a lot of my stuff up, which goes off on a 5 as well. So all my avatars are now awake. And I will finally do, most likely, Blessing of Khaine, because nothing's damaged yet. I'm going to try and do that on my combat snakes, which doesn't go off. So I take a mortal wound. No, I don't. Hellebron saves me. Because if you roll a 1 for a prayer, you can take a mortal wound, but I roll a 6. So we will come back in a minute after the movement phase. So we forgot to do the Cauldron of Blood rolls, not Cauldron of Blood rolls, the Hag Queen rolls to give them Hag Brew. I failed both anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We moved my stuff up mainly in the middle, keeping on the edge here. The Witch Elves ran forwards. These guys did the things that are all within 3, so they're good for that. I jumped 1 unit of Shadow Stalkers just to touch the objective. Since we can only cap 1 or the other, there's no point taking both and giving him a free turn of shooting against one of my units. So they're going to take damage, but whatever. And I score 5 points. Nice. And now we're on to the Stormcast Turn 1.
We are back for Dragon's Turn 1. We're going to start off with my battle tactic, which is going to be aggressive expansion. Namely, I've got to pick 2 objectives to take. Gosh, I wonder which 2.
Mm-hmm. Not wholly within your territory? Both.
Not wholly within my territory.
Those 2 are right there.
I guess I could, but no, I'm going to pick the other 2 in the middle. Mm-hmm. And then I'm also going to use the get my command point on my Knight Draconis battle tactic. And that is active. So I've got a grand total of 4 for this.
Hellebron's command point isn't the 1. It's the opposite of what she's too busy drinking blood. Getting naked in a bathtub. Way!
Oh man. man, that's the best one I've ever heard of. Where do I get signed up for this?
It's not a D&D one, it's a normal one. Okay.
Otherwise, that is basically my hero phase because I don't have much in the way of magic, but I do have Draconic Onslaught, so I can make a normal move with a unit of Stormdrake Guard, and then if any enemy units are within 12 inches of the unit after their normal move, I can try to automatically charge them on a 2+. So I'm going to give that a go with my blue dragons here.
And that's once per game as well.
Yes, it's a once per game ability for...
Just for those at home, I know you know.
No.
Some people may not
let
see
everybody
dragons
know.
in play yet. Actually, this is the first time I've played against dragons, so...
There we go. The first time out on the road. And then these bad boys over here. Yes, indeed. They just finished over the weekend, so... And they are very pointy and grabby and stuff.
Also, a good thing to note for those people watching at home is dragons don't need to be within 1 inch of each other. It's 3 inches, I believe. Yep.
All right.
Because their wings are stupid.
Their wings are pretty ridiculous, I must say. Pretty ridiculous indeed. So we're just barely within 12. On a 2+, we'll try and charge. It's a 1, so it's not going to happen. So
it's
that's
my
all
sexy
good news.
bath time over
There
here.
you
It
go.
was distracting you.
Stupid, sexy bath time. All right. That means I'll just go on to my regular movement phase, and we'll come back with that after a moment. Okay, so movement phase is all finished. All of the dragons have flown forwards. The blues got close enough to the Shadow Stalkers to trigger the redeploy, which was a
6.
far? A 6.
They legged it as far as they could. They're still within range, but they're at further range than I would like them to be.
That's quite all
Yeah,
right.
so they're within 10, so they can still be shot and charged, but it increases that a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Gives them a little bit of breathing room. And speaking of breathing, I'm going to breathe fire on them. So I've got 2 shots with those 2 blue dragons there. The way this works is I roll 2 dice. On a 3 or 4, they get a D3 mortal wounds. On a 5 or 6, they take a D6 mortal wounds. And on a 1 or 2, nothing happens.
Hellebron's in a bath, so you're going to roll double 1.
No, that's a 4 and a 5. So the
D6 and D3.
So that's 3 and 4. So 4 mortal wounds in total.
Okay, so I get my basic save still, which is of a 6. Because they still get Fanatical Faith, they just don't get the +1 for Devoted Disciplines. So that's none. So 4 die.
Very nice.
Which will increase that charge distance.
Boink, 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 boink.
Okay.
Right, we're going to try that charge.
Okay.
It's an 11.
Oh, let's just check, because obviously I've just removed some models.
Killed some dudes, so...
I'd say it is. It looks like it's 11 and a little bit, so they should be in.
All right, let's bring them on in, and we'll do fight phase in a moment. Okay, so with our charge complete, that means we're moving on to monstrous actions. We're going to try roaring at those nasty...
He called it 11!
That's a 2 on the roar. Which,
You called it.
Nicely done. Not going to work. Not going to work. All right, well, we'll just have to kill them the old-fashioned way with kindness.
So, first of all, I also need to roll a dice. So you are currently... it's doubled. So you are -1 damage. Because you are...
damage.
Yeah.
To a minimum of 1?
Because it's all my guys, so anything... Yeah, to a minimum of 1.
Yep.
So all my stuff, because I got the 6, I get +1 attack and -1 damage to my troops.
Nice.
But then it vanishes at the end of the turn.
Okay. Very good, very good.
So if it gets to double, then that can hurt, because that's not the greatest thing I want to roll right now, but it's fine.
I'm also going to spend a command point on all-out attack.
Okay.
And we're going to start off with the War Blade, which is 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, -1 rend.
So
and
+1,
damage.
-1, so it evens out.
It's going to be on 3s. Oh, geez. All right. Well, those are misses there. So we've got 5 hits and
Hellebron's bathtub.
3 wounds at -1.
Okay. So they are a 4+. Sorry, they're 5+ normally. I am wholly within 18 of the cauldron, so that's a 4+.
Nice.
So it goes back to a 5+. 3, you said?
Yes, that's right.
1 save, 2 go through.
Very nice. So it's just 1 damage.
Is that because of the -1? Or because of the... 5s. 1 save.
Very
That's
nice.
1 dice.
All right, and then we've got another 3s and 3s. This one's at -2 rend with 2 damage, which you reduce to,
Yep.
So we'll go for that. So that is, those are misses, and that's a lot of 6s. It doesn't do me much good, but that is 5 potential wounds at -2.
5 at -2.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to hurt. So this is now on a 4 to 5, 5 to 6. None. And this is going to be on a 5 because of my fanatical faith. Save 2, 3 more die.
Very nice.
So 3 more dice. So it's only the champion left alive.
And how many wounds does the champion have?
She has 3.
3. So I've got Drag to the Tempest. After all the unit's combat attacks have been resolved, I can pick one enemy unit within 1 inch of the unit and roll a dice. If the roll is greater than the wound characteristic of the model, the opponent must pick one unit or model in the unit, and then the model is slain.
Okay.
So I got to roll more than 3.
Yep.
That's a 1, so that's not happening.
Yay, she lives. Okay, I'll do my activations. So she's going to do her first. So she's just going to kind of pile in over here.
Right on.
So she has got 3 attacks. She's hitting on freeze. She's wounding on freeze. She actually gets the extra attack as well from the heart thing. So let me just quickly roll that, which is miss. So 2 at rend 1.
2 at rend 1. That means we're saving on 4s. I failed them both.
And these are D3 damage.
Okay.
So that's 4.
4. The ward.
It's when you are within
inches
12.
of the objective.
I'm not sure if it's wholly within 12 or just within 12. So if you're within 12, you're good. If it's wholly within, you are not.
Okay, well, let's double check that for completion's sake. And we'll come back for that.
So we double check the rules, and with the wholly within, for the Hammers of Sigmar ability, basically you get 6+ ward save if you're wholly within 12 on an objective. These guys are over that, they're about 13 away, so they don't get it. If it was just within, they'd get it. So they took 4 wounds. Now I've managed to pile in some Blood Sisters and an Avatar. So we're going to attack with the Avatar first. I will not use all that attack because I want to save my command point to keep her around, just because she can still teleport and be annoying. So he's hitting on freeze. So 3 hits. He's wounding on freeze. 2 wounds at rend 2.
Okay, so that's 5s and 6s for me. No, those go through.
And they're 3 damage apiece.
Ouch. So that's going to bump that up to 10, which means 1 dies and... Oops. Sorry, how many wounds was it again?
6.
6.
Yeah.
All right, so that means 1 dies and the other takes a wound. There we are. Oh, and when he dies, he explodes.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes, so you roll your number of wounds.
Yeah. I'm going to explode those into the snakes, the warriors.
Yep.
So that's 2 mortal wounds from the explosion.
Okay. So 2 6s. 1. So I take a wound.
Fair enough.
There's 1. I'll stick it to someone at the back here. Okay, so the Blood Sisters. They attack at the same time. They get 3 attacks normally, plus 1 because of the heart that's about to pop. So freeze to hit. And then freeze to win, yeah, but I would have rather it stayed around. So 5 at rend 1.
5 at rend 1.
Yeah.
That makes 4s or better, and that's 4 Sigmar. So we save 3 and 2 get through.
And then it's 1 damage.
All right, so that's going to bump me to 3 damage.
And then these are the end of combat phase. On a free up, take a mortal wound. So that's 2, 4, 6 mortal wounds.
Ouch. All right, that's enough for that, and they will explode.
They explode as well.
I'll put the explosion into the Shadow Queen.
Aww. Samantha!
That's 3 mortal wounds from the Shadow Queen.
Oh, I do get just 3.
Just 3.
So if I can make one of these, she sticks around. Yes! She's on 1 wound.
Good on her. Well, there we go. Aggressive blues.
I will spend my CP to make sure she does not run away because it's about to get reset anyway.
All right.
Now
And I've got no battle shock because mine died
Yes,
horribly,
you died.
so that's good.
Now the all-important priority.
Yes,
Should
priority.
we roll them in at the same time? I'll come over.
Sure, come on
Just so
down.
that you can get them both on camera.
Nice.
For Halibron!
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Looks like it's his call.
I think... Now let me think about this. I'll come back in just a moment.
So your score.
Oh yes.
So for my scoring, I landed on it. Do I claim it, or does it have to be at the end of the turn?
You only claim 1 anyway, so you have that
Yeah.
one over there.
But for my battle tactic, I had to claim 2.
Oh,
I guess I claimed this one, which wasn't wholly within my territory, but
we'll have to
we'll
maybe
think
check,
about that and we'll come back.
check the scenario packet.
Okay, so my end up turn scoring is 3. I didn't end up getting the aggressive expansion because I did declare that the 2 in the middle were my targets for this round. And unfortunately, because the dragons charged off of it, it means I don't grab that. So that means I'm only going to be scoring 3 for controlling my home objective and for controlling the second objective.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Daughters of Khaine did some sneaky scoring in my turn as well.
Yeah, so because I killed a monster, because the dragons count as a monster, I get +1 point, because you get 1 for a monster a turn. And then also because of the new rules with primary targets, the guys that killed them, none of them are priority targets, so I get an additional point for that, because they're not reinforced. I run the wall off, and I decided I'm actually going to take it, and for tactical reasons why I'm taking it is because the Heart of Khaine popped, and I don't want to be charged in the face by a lot of dragons without the Heart of Khaine up, if I can get up. Okay, so I am begrudgingly going to take the turn just so I can get my shields up and stuff. I'm going to do aggressive expansion and take this one and this one because they're kind of uncontested right now. I'm going to roll for a CP and fail again.
I will also try for the CP on my next
Fail
turn.
again.
I succeed. Very nice.
I'm going to... So I do have 1 CP I can use right now. I think... I want to try and do that to get them back. I mean, realistically, they're a blade of armor, but it's a couple of models. It might be useful to hold on to it. I think I'll keep it. I won't use my... I was thinking about trying to get some of these guys back, but realistically, I probably might get 1 or 2 for the CP I've got. I have 1 plus 1 for his turn if I need it with the Warlord. I just don't really think it's worth it. So yeah, so I'm going to do my spells and prayers. So for spells, yeah, it's not going to happen. I will try and do Mystic Shield again, which goes off on a 5. I believe it is a 5 to cast.
It's a 5 now.
And he has no casters, so I will keep that. Okay. I'm going to try and do Blessing of Khaine. From my not my general, from him, which goes off on a 2 because there is an avatar in range, which is give a unit a reroll for their feel no pain. So I'm actually going to do that onto my general, which I'll put the token on in a minute. I'm going to try and heal from the priest over here. No, the priest, this one, is going to use Crimson Rejuvenation to heal him, or try to. Goes off for D3. So she heals back up. And then my last prayer, because I only get to cast 1 even though I have 2 each, I'm going to try and do the Heart of Fury, which goes up. So that is... Oh, and I'll do my Witch Brews, and then we'll come back when we've moved the stuff on. So my Witch Brews go off on a 3+ now, because I'm Hagnar, and I get everything a turn early. Because we're greedy. So I'm going to try and put 1 Witch Brew onto the Combat Snakes. Which goes off, and the other Witch Brew onto the Bow Snakes. And that goes off too. All the buffs. Because I'll need them, because I'm not going to get much done this turn. So we will come back after the movement phase. Okay, so I moved everything around. I teleported some stuff up to kind of cover my back and the corners for a bit, in case this guy tries to come on. He also can have that ability where he can move an extra 12 inches as well. So, like, you know, just doing a little bit of coverage here. And then just kind of moved everything up kind of in a defensive chunk over here, just to keep within bubble ranges of stuff. So yeah, so I just double check. Yeah, because that's it. Yeah, all good. So now I have shooting. Most of my stuff is out of range, apart from my bow snakes, which are in range. So I have 20 shots, and they are going to shoot at the eeny, meeny, miny, moe. I might just go for the hero. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I think the hero is going to be more out of range because I kind of moved them up to shoot this unit here. So I'm just going to go on them. So I'm hitting on 3s. 6s being mortal wounds. Oh yeah, I can bring it over. I'm not all out attacking. Oh yeah, I get one for the champion. I don't think she does actually. Right. Yeah. So 3 6 being mortal wounds. So that's 1, 2, 3 mortal wounds. Take out some of these. Yeah, I would have only got 1 for a command point, so that was probably worth while not doing it. And then these are freeze to wound. Lots of non-wounds. So that's 5 at rend 1.
All right, so we're saving on 4s or better. So that means 2 get saved, 3 go through for a total.
And that is 1 damage each as well.
Yeah, 5. And then ward save because I'm within.
Yes, you are within 6 now. Well, 12, sorry.
I save 1, but 4 go through. Oops.
Yeah, that's not too bad. And that's all my shooting. So, charges. I'm not doing any charges. I'm not that silly. Okay, so that's a very short turn. So victory points, I get my 1, 2 for capping the objectives. And I get 1, 2, 3. So that's another 5 points.
4, isn't it? Because you don't have more.
Oh, 4 points, yeah. Yeah, so that's it. So we're going to be back with Dragon's turn 2.
Okay, so we're here for number 2 turn for the Stormcast Dragons. For this turn, we're going to pick Broken Ranks for the battle tactic. We're going to pick the Witch Elves. Those poor Witch Elves are going to be taken down for the glory of Sigmar. And for my...
They are all in a line base to base, except the magnets are pushing each other over here. And it's kind of a cool formation they've kind of moved into in that. Yeah, so we're just going to count them as
Use
big.
your imagination.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Ignore that.
Oops.
There's no man behind the yellow curtain.
Yeah, we're going to do our command point on the Knight Draconis. I get it for a 5.
Okay, I'm going to try and do mine on my general. I get it. for
Finally!
5.
Hooray!
Congrats.
And then
Stop bathing herself.
I'm going to use Team Green. They're going to use their Draconic Onslaught in order to advance 12 and then try to charge. And let's see how that goes. Ow. That's all right. I'm just stabbing my toe into the side of the machine here.
5 command points.
And you go up to here. And then I need to roll a 2+ in order to activate the charge. That's on a 5. So it is a 7-inch charge. Let's see how we do. So that is an 8 for charge. So we'll go on in. I'll send you over to here, and you over to here, and you into there. Okay, and then that will end my hero phase. We'll go on to the movement phase, and we'll be back after that. Okay, so movement phase for the dragons is all at an end, and now we are beginning the furious fire breathing that we are known for. Yeah, much halitosis. Much halitosis. I'll start with the White Knight Draconis.
Yeah, a dragon came over here as well.
Yep, bounced in on there. She teleported in with Scions of the Storm. And then she's going to try setting the Cauldron of Blood on fire. D6 for that. I'm going to get D6 mortal wounds on him for 3 mortal wounds.
Okay. So I'll just be on 5s. So one save, 2 taken.
All right. The green dragons are also going to breathe on the Cauldron of Blood.
Yep.
So that's 1d6 and 1 non-active.
Okay.
And that's going to be for 4 more mortal wounds, please.
So 2 so far. 2, 3, 4, 4.
Nice.
4.
Very nice, very nice. The big battery of reds, they're going to fire into the poor, unsuspecting witch elves.
Not the witch
Not the witch elves. So that's 2d6, 1 fail, and a d3.
Okay.
So the 2d6, that's 9 and a d3 for 11 total mortal wounds into those ladies.
Okay. 3, 6, 9. Hopefully that won't get picked up on camera. I'm dropping dice everywhere, so it's just being noisy. Okay, here we go. So 6 is, by the glory of Halibron, I save 1, so they're all dead.
They're all dead.
Yeah, they're all dead.
They're all dead.
Yeah, only have 10.
Good, Dave.
10.
And that just leaves the last Knight Draconis. He's going to breathe into the Avatar of Khaine.
Okay.
He doesn't work it. He's too busy directing everybody else's fiery breath.
He's too busy chewing his nails. So you got your...
Chewing the dragon's nails. Dragon's nails are like 27. Because you have to paint every single one of the nails.
Okay.
All right, so that's the Firestorm of Fury. So that means we're going to move along to the charge phase now. I'm going to start off with the Reds. They're going 8, which
they should be in.
Possibly.
Yeah, like you can get, this is 7.
Oh yeah, there we
So
go.
you're in at least there.
Perfect. I'll jump the white Draconis. in the back
Yep,
as
so he
well.
needs a 9 to get somewhere.
So that's a 4. So I'll use my command point to
Okay.
You got
try
a free
that.
reroll, don't forget.
I do. Oh, I have not. So that's a 9.
Yep.
I'll go for the. Oh, what do I hate more, the Shadow Stalkers or the Cauldron?
I mean, realistically, you can probably get in between them.
okay, yeah.
So what did you get? You got like, yeah.
You got a 9, right?
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, so you can just get right in the middle.
Cool. Let's jab right in the middle, and we'll have both of them.
Excellent.
And then just the last one. He's going 6, which I don't think is going to be enough to tank it.
No, because that's 6 from my base set, so
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
You know what? He'll just hang back in direct traffic for now. All right, we'll move the models in, and we'll be back with some dice rolling after that. Okie dokie. So we're back, and we're going into monstrous actions. So my red dragons, they're going to roar at the massive snakes there, and they are going to succeed. So that will mean that they will not be able to do any command points. My greens are going to try stomping on the Cauldron o' Blood, and that's going to happen on a 4 for a D2. 2 mortal wounds.
I take them.
All right, enjoy those 2. And then lastly, my White Draconis is going to cast Thunderous Presence, which is a monstrous rampage. Pick the Shadow Stalkers within close to the unit, and on a 3+, they don't get any commands in the Battle Shock phase. So no Battle Shock phase command point for those ladies and gents. With that said and done, we're going to move along to fighting, and that's going to be my red team taking on those murder snakes. Yeah.
Blood sisters.
So those guys are equipped with the Drake Rider's Lance. That's 3 attacks apiece, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, minus 2 rend on the charge, and normally it'd be 2 damage, but your Heart of Fury is reducing that by 1.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't say that. Oh, you did.
Oh yeah, we rolled the Heart of Fury at the beginning. I rolled a 3, so it's -1 in the bubble. But I don't lose it at the end of the turn, and I don't get the +1 attack. It's only a 1 to 5 is you get the -1 damage. On a 6, it's both, but then it pops.
I'm also going to use Command Point to go for all-out attack on the Reds. So that way it's just
And I can't all-out defense, so I do have Mystic Shield up though.
Yes,
And
Mystic
Witch
Shield. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what we got. We got those are misses. And those are hits. And looking for 3s. So that is 3. 3 wounds at -2.
So I'm +1 for the Cauldron of Blood because they're in range. I'm +1 for the Mystic Shield, but then I'm -2. So this evens out, so it's a 5-up armor save. I fail all of them. And is that 1 damage each?
Yes, now
Okay.
it's 1 damage each.
So this is, I'm within 12 of her, so this is going to be 5s. I take 1 wound.
All right.
So the one with 1 wound dies.
All right, we're coming at you with Draconic Fangs and Talons as well. So once again, these are hitting on 3s because of the plus and the minus. And we're wounding on 3s. So that is once again at -2 rend with 6 potential wounds.
So I save 1, take 2.
Sorry, there were 6 potential wounds.
Oh. So I take 2 so far. 3.
Great. And then it's normally damage 2.
So that's 4 damage altogether. So that's 4 went through. I saved 2. So how much damage are they?
It's normally 2 damage apiece.
So it goes down to 1.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's 4. Feel no pains. Because 6 save 2. I save 2. So 1 more dice. Man, it's because of Mystic Shield.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have all out defense.
Yeah. But no, I was roared. But yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to try dragging one of them into the Tempest. They had
2
3
wounds each. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
do.
1 more dice.
I'll just take the one from. Nah. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'll take this one at the top here. Because
It's 2 inch reach.
no, we'll come back to those. Okay. So that's them all attacked
That's all their attacks.
from then. So I will come back to that one in a minute. I'm going to go... I don't want to smash that. I don't want to smash that. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to try and use my Slaughter Queen to smash up some of these guys.
Okay. You're going to use all out defense on them.
Yeah, I cannot do... I'm Rawed, essentially, from his special ability. Oh no, that was Stomp on them. It was Roar on them, so I could. Ooh, do I want to? No, because I want to use the free one on him. So no, I will use her attacks first. So she has 4 attacks with her normal sword. I get reroll 1s now because I am equivalent of turn 3 because I'm Hagnar. So 2 hits. These are wounding on 4s. No wounds.
Okay.
Then her death sword. The what sword? No one gets the joke. It's 1 wound at rend 1.
Rend wound at 1 rend, 3+. We save it.
Cool. Then the crew. I'll do the crew in a second. I think they're currently down to 6 attacks from 8. 2, 4, 6. Could have taken damage. Oh, they all hit. The useless ones. These are wounding on 4s, all of them. So that's 6 at no rend.
6 at no rend, so
Yep.
we're saving on 2+. Those are all saved.
And yeah, 1 damage. And then the avatar on top, he misses. Oh, reroll 1s though, because that was 2 1s. Hitting on freeze, that's all of them. And wounding on freeze, that's all of them. So that's -2.
All right, so that's going to be on 4s. 4 Sigmar. So I save 2, 2 go through.
So that's 6 damage.
Okay.
But you will
so
get
that
Feel
means
No Pains.
I saved 2, which means 4 go through, which means that one has taken 8. And he's
I'll
still
have to kill it.
kicking because he's got 9.
Okay. Now you get to attack that one.
Yeah, I'll attack back with my...
See, Rob, this is when you don't play Idnef Deepkin and your whole army doesn't get to go first.
I know, it's the bottom of turn 2 and everything, so...
It wouldn't anyway. It's turn 3.
This is turn 2. Oh yeah, it depends on which way you send the tides.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
we're all going after the Cauldron of Blood with
Okay.
these attacks, so these are the more
I'm
attacks.
gonna all out defense on that one with a CP.
So we're hitting on 3s.
No one will be flipping the
Or no,
dice
sorry.
anymore.
Is the -1 still apply?
-1 damage. Yeah.
But -1 to hit?
No, that's only on this
Oh,
unit.
okay. Perfect. So those are hits. And then that's 7 wounds at -1 rend.
Okay, so she's a 5+ normally, 4+ for her bubble, and 3+ for the thing, so it goes up to 4+. So 3, 4 go through.
Nice.
And then 1 damage each.
That's right.
So 5+. So 3 more go through.
Okay. And then the dragons. These are 3s and 3s, -2 rend, 2 damage. So those are misses. Those are hits. And that is 5 at -2.
Okay. So 5s, 4s, 4s to 3s, 4s, 5s. So they equal out, so 5+. 3 saved. And then,
It's 2 damage apiece for these ones.
is that including the -1?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, cool. So takes 2 because she does not have the blessing on. So takes another 2. She's got 2 left.
All right.
2.
And then the bow snakes have what wound value? 2?
They've got
Okay.
doing value 2, yeah.
Yeah, I'll drag into the Tempest one of those.
Okay.
We make it.
Take you there.
All right, your activation.
I'm gonna come in with this other avatar.
Yeah.
She's gonna come in there. She's gonna use her. What do I want to do over there? I'm gonna use my line breakers free all out attack. 2, 4.
Excellent, excellent.
So she's hitting because they get a free all out attack or all out defense. So she's hitting on 2s, which I didn't really need. I just want to try and make sure I get some damage on them.
The maximum value out of your bang for your buck.
So 3 at Rend 2.
3 at rend 2.
And you're still +1.
Yeah, so we're looking at 4s or better. I save 2.
So it's just 3 damage.
Okay, and then on the Mord. So those go through, so that's going to do 2 damage to the other one, and then the first one will explode.
Yep.
Are you doing your attacks for the avatar?
Yes. Yeah, he only has 4.
And then my dragon that just died will explode into the cauldron.
Yep.
So that is 9. So that's going to be a grand total of 3 mortal wounds additionally.
3. That's could be enough to kill it though.
Could
She only has 2 left. Oh yeah, takes it down. Marathi was not. No, it's not Marathi. Hellebon.
Hellebron.
Screw Marathi.
She did not help out.
Maybe that's why it went wrong. Oh no.
You're worshiping the wrong god.
It's always in the end. They have turned upon themselves. So I've got the Knight Draconis remaining. She's going after the Shadow Stalkers.
Yep.
This is probably a tad on the overkill-y side, but
They are
there's
-1 to hit though for the Shadow Stalkers.
There's no kill like overkill.
But they're not -1 damage because they're not in the bubble.
Right. All right. So we're hitting them on 4s.
Yep. Yeah, I can't do anything about that because of
So that's 3.
the debuff.
Winning on 2s. So that's 2 at -3 rend.
Go through.
So that's going to be 3 or 2 damage apiece.
So 6 damage.
No, just
You got
just
3,
4.
didn't you? 3 go through.
yes.
Yeah,
that's
so 6 damage. 2, 4, 6. 6 is only. Nope, so 6 die.
right. Okay, and then the dragon's fighting. Dragons hit twice. And wounded twice with -2 rend.
So that will also go through because they're only a 5 right now because I've lost the bubble.
Okay, and that's 2 damage apiece.
Okay,
So 4 damage
so 4.
total.
I save 2, maybe 3. No, it's 2. 2 more die.
Okay.
And you got? Does she have the picky up thing too?
She does.
Yeah. So she's got 3 wounds.
Yep, on the Shadow Queen. Nope, rolled 3 exactly.
Yay, she lives.
She gets to live and take that battle shock test.
Barbara.
Woo!
Barbara's gonna get you. Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. It's a magnet.
Perfect. Okay, as long as it's just a magnet.
Okay.
Righto.
Who shall I come back first with? Let's come back with some snakes because they can maybe get a wound or 2. They're not. They are terrible. I'm not gonna lie. She's actually gonna have to stay back there, so I'm only gonna get a couple in. Literally like 2 because they've not got a 2-inch reach.
Marker wounds over here.
But they do have, I believe, 3 attacks each.
Should we come back?
2 attacks each. No, it's just here. Yeah. Do 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 do. Yes, they've got 2 attacks each. Hitting on 3s, winning on 4s. Rerolling 1s. For heroic, 1 damage, no rend. So 2 at no rend.
2 at no rend.
Yeah, because that's a 2 and that's a 3.
Same both.
Yeah, I thought so. Then I'm gonna do, because you've got no more, don't you?
That's all of me.
Yeah, so I'll do the lady over here. She can't use any abilities, so just freeze, rerolling
Can't do
once.
battle shock.
Oh, is it just battle shot?
Battle shot.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's just battle shock.
I mean, there's no real point, but so 1 at rend 1,
1 at rend 1. Save that as
good.
well.
and then I don't think I'm gonna be luckily enough in range over here. Oh, I am.
He is. Yep.
This avatar will come. Oh, he's gonna come through the tree.
Yeah, he does.
I've already used on all that attack, so I can't use that again. So 3. 2 at rend 2.
2 at rend 2. 5s and 6s. No, those go through.
That's 6 damage.
So I've got 6s for the ward save. I save 2, 4 go through.
Okay. These guys.
Side there.
I have to make sure I stay in coherency. Okay. Pick him up. I don't want to fall over. Okay, that shows, I think. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 6, 8,
Oh, this part's going to hurt a lot.
14, and 1 for the champion. I'll come over to the side because it's easier.
Are they all out attacking or doing anything like that?
No, I've already used my all out attack
And I
on
roared
the
at
avatar. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It all fits up.
So these are hitting on freeze.
Whoa.
I don't need all that attack, obviously.
Yeah, obviously
They're,
not.
they're really angry you killed the
cauldron?
the cauldron. Like proxy Helibron. Okay, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 at round 1.
Okay, so we're saving them on 4+, and of course you know what 4+ means.
Yeah.
For Sigmar. Oh, that poor Sigmar.
5, 6, 7.
How much damage is it?
Just 1 each.
Okay, so 6 got through, and I'm going to be saving my bacon on 6s with wards. I saved 2, so that means that 4 go through, and that means they are still ticking.
Yep. And then mortal wounds on a 3+.
Yes.
So that's 5 mortal wounds.
5 potential mortal wounds, unless I can make those 6s again. 1 save, 4 go through. So that'll be 3 to another one, and 1 will die and explode.
Boom!
I'll take you out.
The fact that they got 9 wounds each can really hurt with the exploding damage.
Yeah, they can. I got to explode into the avatar because it's the closest to the exploding one. Just 1 mortal wound.
So on a 6. Nope. Takes 1.
Got him.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all the combats.
That is all combats.
Okay, so I have these 2 are both immune to battle shock because of Witch Brew, so they're fine.
Yep.
She is not though.
No.
And she lost 8 guys.
8 dudes.
I don't have my +1 anymore because the thingy's dead. So let's see what I get. She's dead. Okay.
You needed a 1 there, right?
Yes.
As for
Because she
me-
could have stayed on 1 wound or something, but so that's 5, 13. Yeah, that was like 5 wounds she took. So.
Yeah. My Storm Greeks can't actually fail because they're bravery 8 each,
Yep.
and they've only lost 1 apiece. So
Yep.
even on D6, that still passes. So that goes on to scoring. So I got the 2 for killing my 2, and then I've got 3 for having my objective and having more objective. Right?
Yep.
Perfect. So that'll bump my score up by another 5, and then we're on to the roll off.
Come on.
Done. Done.
Die! I got a 1.
got
You get to
3.
choose.
Yeah, I gotta take it and press my advantages here. So we'll be back with Stormcast Turn 3 for the Dragons in just a moment. Alright, so we're back for the top of turn number 3. This is with the Stormcast Dragons.
The Dragon
taking the
Double.
turn. That's right, the Dragon Double.
Double dragon.
That's right.
Dragon even.
Oh, it's gonna be a
Why
good
have we all gone really bad Scottish? Aye. Arena fire. It's you and your Braveheart quote during the break.
That's what's done
Burn
it
it.
every single time. So for this turn, my battle tactic is going to be Slay the Warlord, the mighty.
And do my Goku birthday.
Yeah,
Which does nothing versus mortal wounds, but hey.
it's all right.
Yeah.
It looks impressive. She's got flex.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Best Day Ever or Finest Hour on my Knight Draconis, Black Draconis, and that is your action for your heroic action.
I did my Guyver,
Yep.
the Goku thing.
Oh, the Best Day
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah,
But I did spend my Warlord CP to give me 4 CP.
very nice.
4, not 4.
Right, so I don't have any hero phase chicanery this time around, so we're going to skip all that, and we're going to go on to the movement phase.
Also, I think you can only spend your warlord CP in your turn.
I think you can use it either.
We'll check.
Yeah.
Look.
Okay, so we took the CP back from Warlord because it's at the start of my turn, not any turn. So I've put that back. So I still have 3, which is fine for now.
It's a lame roll, but it's a
Yes. I mean, as I said while we were chatting about it, it's kind of using it now for my turn anyway, so it's all good.
nice.
Okay, so it's your shooting. So the dragon moved up the middle here. Everything else is already stuck in combat, so couldn't, 'cause he's within 3.
Yep.
So yeah, what are you going to do?
Well, let's start with some fire breath because that's what we're all here for. The White Draconis is going to breathe onto the nasty bow snakes.
Okay.
It's going to be a d6, and it's going to be 4 mortal wounds.
On 6s, so 1 dice.
Okay. Boink. The green one's going to breathe into the Avatar. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
The Night Draconis
Kane says no.
is going to breathe into the General, the Bloodrack Shrine. Also not going to work.
Yeah.
And then 2 of the red dragons are breathing into the fighty snakes,
Okay.
and then 1 into the Avatar on that side. So I've got a d6 for 5 mortal wounds.
Oh, that's going to hurt. So 6s. 1 dies and 1 takes a wound.
All right. And then the Avatar. No, not happening on the Avatar.
Yeah, the Avatars are loving it.
We're starting to get breathed out.
We're
here.
made of molten and blood and metal, so yeah, we're good.
Breathe from your diaphragm.
And in.
Break out the mints.
Okay.
Charming eucalyptus. So there's only 1 charge of value that I need to make here. It's going to be the Night Draconis firing into the wonderful the Bloodrack Shrine. He's got a 10, which is more than enough. So I'll ram him in there, and we will get to fight after this. Okay, so we're on to monstrous actions for my team here. The Reds are going to roar at the fighty snakes. That's going to work. The green is going to try stomping on the Avatar. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
My White Draconis is going to fire the Thunder's Presence at them, at the other ones.
Is that not within 1 inch?
I think it is. I'm not sure when I act. Oh, yeah, so I guess that wouldn't work right now.
So it won't work, yeah.
That's too far away. All right. And then that just leaves Titanic Duel, which of course I cannot do because you are not Titanic, sadly.
Yes, my avatars are not Titanic either.
They are not Titanic enough. They are not Titanic enough. Right, we will go with fighting, and I will start off with the red.
Now remember, the Reds don't have their lances this
Yeah,
time, so
they
their
don't.
effectiveness is really down.
Give
in
me a moment, I'm
comparison.
going to think about
Yep.
it. All right, so I'm going to start off with the Night Draconis fighting into the General. I'm going to use a command point for all-out attack on that. And we're going to start in with the Aeon Fire Blade. So this is 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, winning on 2s, -3 rend for 2 damage. But the Heart of Fury is still there, so we'll see what happens. Those are all hits.
And it's in the general, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so all out defense.
All right. So that is 3 potential wounds at -3 rend.
Okay, so 5 up normally, 4 up for best day ever, 3 up for all out defense. So 4, 5, 6 it goes to. 3 of them?
Yes.
I save 1. 2 go through.
Right. And
1
that's,
damage each.
2 damage, but the Heart of
Yeah.
Fury reduces it by 1.
So this is a 5 up with a reroll because of the Blessing of Khaine. Oh, 1 goes through.
All right. Then we've got the regular dragon. The dragon's going to be hitting with, once again, on 2s. Yeah. And winning on 2s for the finest hour. So that's 4 at -2.
Okay. So these are now to a 5+, because +2 -2. None. And that's 4 again,
Yeah.
because 1 damage because of the heart. So 5+ with a reroll. So 3 go through.
All right.
So she takes 4.
And then it's your activation.
I will be.
Suck something into a
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I will be kind and say he can try and pick up a bow snake if he wants to.
Sure, well, I'll try it on the bow snake. Yeah, that's a bow snake on. Her planet needs her.
I wish I could fly right up to the sky. I'm gonna go with. How many? Is this on full wounds or is
That
it
has
taken?
2 wounds taken so far.
2 wounds
so it's got
taken.
7 remaining.
So I could do a fair chunk over there. I don't think we have to kill him. You can probably hold it. Yeah, I'll go with the avatar's going to go on to this guy.
All right.
Do I want to try and buff this one? No, we'll just go for hitting it. So 3 is rerolling 1s. Should have gone for the buff. 3 is rerolling 1s. 1 at Ren 2.
1 at Rend 2 means we're saving on 5s and 6s. Nope,
So
that
3
goes
damage.
through. And
You get your 6s.
yes, I do.
Yeah.
One save, so 2 goes through for a grand total of 4 damage on that dragon.
Okay. You get to hit back with something else now.
I do.
You do. Tally hit.
Yeah, I'll activate the green one. The green will go, and I'll have her.
He's going to pile in. This green dragon.
Yeah, sorry, the green dragon. Green dragon going after the avatar.
Okay.
So this is going to be this many attacks, hitting on 3s, and wounding on 3s. So that is 3 at -1.
Okay. So double check. She is a 3. So 4 up goes to a 5 up. So 4s, not 5s. So 1 saved. And 2 damage.
2
1 damage, sorry. Both go through.
All right, so that's 2 more. And then I've got the dragon fighting as well. This is hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s for -2 rend and 2 damage apiece with 2 saves.
2.
2 saves.
-2, so 6s. Nope. And still only 1 damage because my bubble takes 1 more. Saves
There you
1.
go.
So she's on 4 now. She's got 5 left.
And I'll see if I can drag a bow snake away. 4.
Yep.
I'll do it.
So many bow snakes getting, which is good because it
Sucked into the vortex.
pops them up.
Just eating them up like candy.
It is. That's how most of the
no,
things
no,
have
no,
died
no.
so far. I'm gonna go with. I'll go with the avatar over here. See if we can get some damage on them.
I will use my command point there for all-out defense.
Do I wanna? I probably don't want to. No, I'll just go for the hits. So freeze, rerolling 1s. Oh, should have gone for 3. And 2 at rend 2.
2 at rend 2 means that we're saving on 4s. Nuts.
So 6.
Ouch. And let's see if we've got that save. 1 save, 5 go through. That puts me to 8, which is not enough to kill one yet. But it's close. So very close.
Okay.
I'll have them come back.
Okay.
So I've got to have 1 dragon going after the avatar. And then the other ones are going after the fighty snakes. So fighty snakes first. Those are misses. So that's 4 hits. And that is 2 at -1 rend.
2 at -1.
Yeah,
On the combat snakes.
on the combat snakes.
So they're 5 normally, 4 with the Mystic Shield, so it goes up to 5, yep.
Yep.
-1. Both saved.
Nice. The dragon's also coming at those ones. Ooh, that's painfully bad. 3 hits and 3 wounds at -2 for that.
So 2 saved,
Very nice.
because it'll be 6s.
Yes, indeed.
So that's 1 damage.
Wow. Yep, just 1
5
damage.
plus goes through. No one's. Yep, 1 is wounded right now, so 1 comes off.
All right. And then against the avatar, hitting on 3s. That's 1 potential wound at -1.
-1
Yep.
is 5s. Yep, goes through.
Very nice.
Oh, feel the
just
pain.
1 damage.
Saves it.
There you go. And the Dragon Fangs, that's going to be 3 hits and 3 potential wounds at -2.
2. 6s. 1 goes through. Well, 1 saved, sorry. Takes 2 wounds.
All right.
So he's down, he's got 3 on him.
Well, I got to tell you, they've really sold me on that Heart of Fury. I definitely am going to have to think about ways to incorporate that into the army next time.
55 points.
I know.
And you get +1 to cast it because of the cauldron. So most people, again, like a lot of
that's
Daughters of
really
Khaine
good.
lists don't take it
Yeah.
because they're too busy taking Marathi and the bow snakes.
Yeah.
So this against Iron Jaws is hilarious.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of armies, like, because they just run
Yeah.
into you and then it's like,
Everything that was D3 became
Yeah.
2 damage.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
it's
threat
kinda
is the
Against the
dispelling
eels.
of it. But
Against the eels.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so I've got these guys, her, and them left, unless I want to move those in, which I don't think I do, because I don't really. Well, we'll see how much damage I do on you. So over here, I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 4, 8,
Are you all adding attack?
12. I think they're rawed, aren't they? Yeah. So they can't. Because they got rawed.
Actually, no. No, I failed the roar on that.
okay.
Yeah.
So you can use
Then
some
I will
command
spend
points
a
on them if you want.
CP to allow attack on that one.
Yeah.
Because I mean that one could be fun, but they can actually. Oh no, because they've got +1. I won't on.
Oh, they've already got +1?
No, I'm just trying to think. No, because I can't use. I was thinking about using it on her, but she's already all out defensed, so she can't take one.
Yeah.
There's no point doing it then. Didn't do it with the avatars. I can do it then. It'll leave me with 1, 2, 3 CP for my next turn unless I buff one. Yeah, I'll use it because I can't. Because they're witch broods, so they don't really care about the thing. So freeze, 2's rerolling 1s. Will hit. I mean, he's all out defense, so I'm only round 1.
Yeah.
So I've got to rely on
Right?
freeze to wound, rerolling 1s because it's turn.
Oh, I guess it'd be...
So miss. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 at rend 1. So that'll be freeze.
The number of the horn.
Okie dokie.
You're looking for 3s, right?
I am. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that go through.
And then you get your.
I get my 6 up ward.
Yep.
Oops. So 3 go through.
Yep.
So that will kill 1, and it will put 2 wounds onto another one. And then that one will explode into the avatar. And 2 mortal wounds for the avatar, please.
On 5s. No, 6s, sorry, it's mortals. None. 2 more go through.
All right.
4, 5, 6. Okay. I am at the end of the turn. We did it before. Yeah, we did it earlier before because there was nothing else left to attack, so I just threw it in. I will go. Oh, God, these guys, they're gonna try and.
We're too far away now?
Yeah, I think so.
Too far away to pile in.
Yeah. I will go with her. So first of all, she's gonna do her stabby attack.
Stabbing.
It's the stabby spear, the stabby spear of stabbing. Yeah, so she has, Stabicus McSpiricus. So she's hitting on 3 rerolling 1s. 2 hits. And then normally she'll be wounding on 3s, but because it's the best day ever, she's wounding on 2s. 2 at rend 1.
2 at round 1. I see them both.
Cool. They would have been D3 plus 1. Next is the goad staffs. So she's taken 4. So we're going to get 5 of those. Rerolling the 1. Very good. That gets freeze to hit. Yep. The best day ever does affect this, so choose the wound. I am rerolling 1. So 3 at no rend.
3 at no rend. And it is his finest hour, so he's saving on 2. So he saves them all.
Okay, and then her next one is the rest of her attacks. So I've got the Whisper Claw and the Serpent's Tail. I'm just doing it as going down instead of doing them all. So she's hitting on 4s, 6s on mortal wounds. So 1 mortal.
Okay.
2 hits. And I think that it ends the. I think it ends the attack for that one. Whisper Claw. And the attack. Yeah. So roll to wound. So it'll be a 2 now. Wounds. So 1 at rend 1. Oh no rend on this at all. So just 1. If you failed it.
Yep.
And then 2. Do they get the mortal wound save as well?
Yeah, he'll get the mortal wound. So is that
2?
2?
Yeah. You get 1 mortal wound and then 1 wound.
Yep, that's 2 wounds.
Okay. And then her last one is her tail. She slaps you for 6 attacks.
Wow, that's a lot of attacks.
Yeah, but these are 4s, no rend. Rerolling 1s. And then 4s. She's great against like little units, but not really things. No, nothing. That's it. And that's her attacks.
Right on.
I really just have these guys left. So 2, 4, 6. Because you've got nothing else in range. Nope. Rerolling 1s. Again, these guys aren't really going to do much to you, but you never know.
Every little bit helps.
4s. Rerolling ones. 1 at row end. Take that.
Saved.
Sorry, they get to shoot him in a minute, so that'll help. And then it's just going to be the mortal wounds, because I don't really want to commit those two into combat right now. So 3 pluses, just 2.
Saved them both.
Wow.
Sigmar
dice,
protect.
hot dice. Love that Sigmar.
So I have no battle shock. You did not slay the warlord, but you do have 1, 2, 3.
Yep, I got 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll come back with my turn 3 in just a moment. So it's the Daughters of Khaine turn 3. I'm going to go for Conquer, and I'm going to go for his back objective, taking him from behind over there. And then I'm going to spend my CP at the start of the turn as well, so it gives me 3 CP currently. I had 1 over, 1 for the turn, and 1 for the warlord. And then I'm going to try and develop one. I'm in combat, so the new thing, you can't use heroic healing in combat. So I don't really want to use anything else right now, so let's go for Hegel.
I will also try to make a command point. I fail.
Nah. So how many points are you on for this turn?
I just have 1 for my general.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah.
Spicy. Okay. I am going to, at the start of the turn, use my Blood Aura ability. So it's the Aura of Agony. So she has taken 4 wounds, so it's now on a 3+ instead of a 2+. So every enemy unit within 7 takes D3 mortal wounds on a 3+ now. Don't think this guy is out. So this guy on the end here, on a 3+, is good. The middle dragon guy takes it for 2.
Saving on 6s. Nope, it takes 2.
And then the last dragon unit on the end doesn't take it.
Okay.
That's just her going.
He's basically jumped right in front of her like, no, do not show this thing to my horrible...
Like, considering it's
companions."
Aura of Agony, surely it would get better as she got more
Yeah,
hurt,
exactly.
not worse. Oh well. Yeah, so that's the...
No, I can't project it. It's just too much agony.
Yes.
Too much.
So Prez, the person actually with Blessing of Khaine died, so I can't do that. I will do Crimson Rejuvenation, because I have 2 heal Prez. So one's going to be coming for 1, one's going to be covering. I can't remember which one of those has which one, but they're both on the same casting roll. So on a 2+, I'm going to try and heal her for D3, which it goes off for D3 for 2 wounds. 1, 2. Then do I want to heal the avatars, or do I want to try and curse you?
Okay.
I can curse. Yeah, actually, let's try and curse this unit over here. It's on a 3 though. It goes off because it's normally a 4, but again, I'm within range of an avatar, so it's +1 because it's just for prayers. So they are cursed, which is going to help. It's going to help a lot. So I'm just like movement phase. I only have one thing that can. Well, I mean they could, but oh yeah, Witch Brews. Witch Brews on a 2+ now because it's turn 3, and a 2+. So I'm just going to put them on the same units again.
Okay.
Witch Brew. They're wholly within like 8 or 12 or something, so they're good. Take those off. Plus within 3, but that was the old rules. So the new one is you just got to be wholly within like 9. Which we're wholly within 12, so they're both fine because one's here, there, one's here, and there. Cool. So I try and keep those within the units. So movement, I'm just going to teleport my one little girl over to here. She's going to kind of just chill out, and steal an objective. Nice. Doing like the John Cena. Don't see me. And then shooting. So this is a very easy, quick turn. So I'm just, instead of taking breaks, just go straight through with it. So first of all, the avatar over here on this unit. So he hits on freeze, 6 being models. So 1 model. And it's in addition to, I was recently told, on your show.
Oh.
Yeah, because someone pointed it out on one of the games. It's in addition to. I do not get the rerolls to 1 though.
I see.
So it's 1 mortal, freeze to wound. So 2 runes at rend 1.
Okay, so we're saving on 4s.
And a mortal wound.
Save them both, and a mortal wound on a 6. Nope, that'll be 1.
And then next one over will be the Blood Dragon Medusa. She's going to pick this unit
She can't. This one here.
It's a shooting ability,
Oh.
not a shooting attack. So she can. So I pick an enemy unit within 12 inches.
Yeah.
And then they take a mortal wound for every model within the 12 inches on a 5+. Not great against dragons and stuff. Didn't do anything. But against units of zombies and stuff, it's pretty good.
Totally.
Especially when you have more of them. So they don't have a shooting. They don't have a shooting. These guys do though, and he does. So he's going to put his 4 obviously on the person he's in combat with. Freeze. Don't get any of the rerolls anymore. Used to. So 2 at round 1.
2 at round 1 means force again. Say 1, 1 goes through.
And 2.
What's the damage on that?
4. Just 1.
6.
You have your 6
8.
up.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
10. 12.
I don't get it.
And then... Oh, should we just try and pop him off? How many wounds he got left?
That guy's got 4 wounds remaining.
Yeah, we'll go for the all-out attack on the bow snakes. So they're hitting on 2, 6s being mortal. That's 2 mortals. All wound. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 at rend 1, and 2 mortal wounds.
Right on. So we're saving on. Sorry, rend -1.
9 rend 1, yeah.
All right. So that's 4 or better. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on 6s with 2 mortal wounds in there as well. That's it. They die and they explode.
Yeah, you pop and hurt me.
Yeah.
You going on?
How many wounds is the avatar?
The avatar's got 5 left.
Now let's go for it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yep.
That's 3 mortal wounds for the avatar.
Whoa. 6s. Yeah, it takes 3 more.
Very nice. Very nice.
So down to 2.
All right. So grab my drink.
Oh yeah, trip 1s. I mean, I kind of hope he's done his job right now. And then that is all my shooting. So now we are down to combat and charges. If he's not within charge, I will. He's not, yeah. So he's gonna charge. I mean,
Bring it.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's only got 2 left, but yeah. That will be them. That's all my charges. So combat, start the combat phase before your things. The heart is a reroll because it's more cocked. It's just -1 damage.
Yeah.
Your monstrous reactions.
Well, I'm going to have my Nitroconus stomp on the avatar.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have my other dragons roar at the avatar there.
The other avatar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the roar, and that was a fail.
Okay.
And then we're going to do it with the stomp. That is also a fail. That's a
Oh, the dragons are tired.
They're tired.
Dragons are tired. They're like,
They've been doing a lot of heavy lifting.
big day out. Big day out.
doing a lot of
Big
beef.
day out.
Can you say they've been doing a lot of heavy lifting when his army's only dragons? It's like they have to kind of do that. It's not like they're the only unit.
I know they've been
Yeah.
pulling their weight.
I'm gonna go with sheer number of attacks here. So I'm actually gonna go with the Blood Sisters first, just because they're cursed. Want to try and go for those piling on numbers. So 2, 4, 6.
I'll use my command point for all at defense.
10, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. I'm gonna. How many have got 3? Yeah, I'm gonna, because it's the end of the thing, so I'm gonna spend 1 for all out attack. So I'm hitting on 2, 6s are mortals. So 2 mortals, but I do get to reroll all these lovely ones.
That was 2. My bad.
So no more 6s, so just 2. Yeah, because 2s are hits. And then freeze to wound at rend 1. Rerolling the 1s to wound though, because I'm Daughters of Khaine. Again, sinister saying it. I'm Daughters of Khaine. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 at rend 1, and 2 mortals.
Okay, at minus
I was hoping
1
for
you
some more
say.
6s, but you know, whatever.
Right, so we're doing 3s. Ow.
I mean, if you want to roll like that, that's fine as well. So.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like, oh, I didn't make the 6s, but then that's a lot of...
it's
Yeah.
because we're saving it for this one.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The one where we need to make
Yeah.
all the 6s. Nothing makes it. So that is 8 there, or 7.
Okay.
So that's going to kill Excuse me. So that's 7. They have 9 apiece. So that means that 6 are going into him. So that guy's going to have 1 left, and then he's going to get
Yes,
moved.
your poppies.
And then he's going to explode. And we're going to
Gonna have one
explode.
left, or he's taken one.
So he's taken 1.
Take 'em.
Yeah, taken 1. Into the Avatar.
Yep.
Another mortal wound for the Avatar.
Hellebron! Nope.
How many does that one have
Try
left?
you again.
It's got 2 left as well. They
Curses.
both got 2 left.
Curses, literally.
There
I mean,
we
your
go.
dragon can pile in and attack him.
Yeah.
So if you want to try and pick him off, but
I think I'd rather go with the Knight Draconis, honestly.
Okay.
Though. I'm going to allocate all of the Aeon Fire Blade attacks into the into the general.
Okay.
And then the dragon attacks are going to go into the Avatar.
I will all out defense the Avatar.
Okay. So we'll go after the general first. We're hitting her on 3s. And we're wounding on 2s. That's unfortunate. That's 2 wounds at -3 red.
Is this one of the Avatar or the General?
This is on the general.
Okay, so she's a. They all go through. So 3. She takes 2 because she
Okay.
doesn't have any of the buffs up. So she's squishy. 4
Sorry, so just 2 damage.
Yes. Because of the bubble.
Yep. And then the dragon only hits once and wounds once at -2 red.
So he's a 4, goes to a 3 for 5s. So 2 goes through, and on a 5, saves it.
Damn. Well, that's unfortunate.
Marafi just. Okay.
She's starting to get involved.
I
at
want
this
to
stage.
clarify. So I love Marafi in the fluff. I
Yeah.
just don't like what she does to the game.
Fair enough.
And that's mainly the giving the by herself without the bow snakes and stuff. It's just that combination. I'm an elitist. I'm sorry.
You're a.
I'm a snob.
You're a Daughters of Khaine hipster.
Oh yeah, I get another VP as well because I killed a dragon. We'll do that at the end.
Yes.
Because I killed a dragon and it's a priority. I will go. Who wants to go? You could go before the avatars have their fun. Yeah. So
Have their fun.
have their fun. Have their way with him. So her cauldron attacks or her ability attacks. So she's got 3 for the stabby spear. These are hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1. 2. And then 2 at rend 1.
2 at rend 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, on the.
Oh, on him, yeah, because it's from my general.
That's going to go through.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Oh, these are D3 plus 1. So 3, 6, 7, 8 damage.
Ow.
The plus 1 is from the Hagnar thing on her spear.
Yeah. 6 go through.
And then it's 1 damage, yeah.
Yeah. So that guy is in a lot of pain, but he is still
Yep.
technically alive.
Next, I'll do her tail and her whisper claw. So her tail hits twice. 1 hit. Doesn't wound. The whisper claw hits on the claw.
The claw.
Claw is 1 mortal wound and 1 hit. It wounds at no rend, so 1 at no rend
Save the rend.
and the mortal wound.
No save on the mortal wound.
And then finally, I have the goad. This is 1 damage. The goad staffs, because they're goad. Oh my god, they're goading you with their terribleness. I mean, these are icing. It gets a reroll to win them. 1 at no rend.
Actually, you killed him with the whisper claw.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Wow. The claw.
The claw.
The claw. He blows up.
Explode,
Yeah.
into the general. 2 mortal wounds there.
Whoa. So these are 6s. I get 1. So she's up to 5 now.
Oops.
The claw. The claw, the bane of dragons.
Guess so. Well, I guess I gotta fire Red Dragon back at the baddies. So he'll go after the
Born in the
bow-snakes.
darkness.
Oops.
It's gonna be bad quotes, that's bad impressions. Because it's Bane of Dragons. I was born in the darkness. Because we're dark, we're Daughters of Khaine. We live in the shadows.
So that's 3 at -1
On the
on this fighty snakes.
Fighting Snakes. So they're currently only a 5+, so they're on a 6 now. Nope. And on the 5+. So 1 dies and 1 takes a wound.
All right. And the Dragon Fangs, those hit 3 times, and wound twice at -2 rend.
6s, nope. In fact, they wouldn't even get that. It would go straight through because they're 5+. So just 2. Nope, 1 more dies.
Okay, and then dragged into the Tempests. No, fails.
Except 3, yeah. Okay. Mr. Avatar is in. He's going to come over here. Make sure he's touching the objective to steal that bad boy. Unless he blows up and then it's a moot point. So he has 4. So 1 mortal, re-rolling the ones. And then re-rolling ones. Yeah, we'll lose that. We used to be re-rolling everything, so which I've been forgetting the Witch Brew actually is. So 1 mortal wound and 2 at Rend 2.
All right, 2 at Rend 2. That means 1 goes through, so that means
so
we're saying 6s?
So yeah, so the 1 mortal wound is just 1 mortal wound, and then 3 damage from any that were.
So that is 4 more for him.
Not enough to kill him though.
Not enough. Not yet.
And he can't battle shock right now.
No.
So I'm gonna. That's everything because the Hag Queens don't want to go in, and he's out of range. So I'm gonna pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 for more, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And you get 4 for this one.
Yeah, so 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 for more,
Yeah.
8, 9 for dragon, for monster, and 10 because it's a priority target. So yeah, it goes 10. Yep.
And then roll off.
Yeah, I have no battle shocks because they're immune still because of Witch Brews.
Okay. Big moment.
Yeah. Do you want to play it out or?
At this point, I can't come back from a 10-point deficit. So
20,
I pretty
21,
much say
yeah.
you've got it under
Yeah.
control.
Yeah. Well, it just shows you because by stealing that was 4, but because of the extra ones, because you're getting 1 for a monster and then I'm getting 1 for a thing. Because I've won the roll off, I'm gonna choose kill a battle line because he's only got 5 wounds left. I have, 4 wounds left. I have enough shooting. With him, I probably enough to kill him with shooting, and then still be able to charge him if I wanted to, or I could just turtle up and it means he can come in and try and do something, but I don't think he'd be able to kill him unless this disappeared. And then that gives me another 10 because I'm killing a monster. It's a priority target. He's over there, so it's currently
3 points per turn.
Yeah, so it's currently going to be at the end of the turn 30, 31. So yeah, but it was fun though. I think definitely the Heart of Fury blunted your things.
That was a big. That was a big thing.
Yeah. Well, it is such a thing. And again, the way I play is everything. All my stuff is bubbles. I have to keep within those bubbles.
Yeah.
I wish I kept doing the measurements and stuff because that's how I need it to work. So that's why with this scenario it was quite good because I only needed to keep 1, and by losing getting to destroy 1 on that turn 3 meant I could just consolidate and just sit here. And also by not being stupid turn 1 and just running or turn 2 and running forwards and just being no, I'm gonna kind of play. I was hoping you weren't gonna go after him so I could do the sneaky.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because what I was holding as well is
it.
hoping those guys weren't gonna die because I was gonna then jump for the double objective as well because then I've got 2 in his deployment zone. So.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that was good.
It was very
Dragons, as you said, they're very hurting. They're the fire, the charges, the impacts, the explosions. I keep forgetting about the fact that they get you roll 9 dice and then things you can blow up and hurt. But
Goblin stuff.
yes. Oh yeah. I mean, I think I lost half my bow snakes actually from you eating them.
Yes, I think so.
And the blood sisters as well. Just being able to take 1 off.
The dragons got lethargic because they'd eaten too much.
Too much spicy food.
Exactly.
That was great.
Yeah, good game, Dale. Thanks
Yeah,
again for
okay.
playing. Really appreciate it. And
It's the first time we played as well.
Yeah, I guess that's it for us for today at Saga of Dice. So Please comment below on what you think we could have done better for next time. And
Leave comments whenever we've forgotten stuff or done stuff stupid, because we probably have. Remember, all of us are coming out of lockdown, so we can actually play games again. Make sure you like and subscribe and ring that scathing bell for alerts. And thank you, Patreons. You rock.
They do. They are the best. We love
are.
you. See you next time.